Hey everyone, Miss Brooke here. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I want to tell you the top reasons why I chose Outschool and why you might choose Outschool too. So there's lots of great things about Outschool that I've learned along the way. Some I knew before when I signed up for it, and some I'm just discovering as I go along. So I want to share with you a few things that I really love about Outschool. So the first one being the fact that you can teach anytime any day. So Outschool can fit around your schedule perfectly because there's so many different students from so many different places. There's tons of different time zones to choose from. So I could schedule classes in the mornings, I could schedule them late at night if I wanted to. Whatever works best for you is going to be excellent. So they do give you a suggested timetable of the most common recommended courses or requested course times. But for me, I've just been kind of doing it randomly, whatever works with me, and it's been working really well for me so far. So I really love that flexibility. It's hard to come by with online companies. Usually there's set times, and there's also usually a minimum working requirement, and Outschool has no minimum requirement. So you can teach one class a day, you can teach 10 classes a day. It doesn't really matter to Outschool, there's no minimum. The second thing I want to share with you is you can teach whatever you want. You can teach your passion, you can teach a subject you love to teach, you can teach something you've taught before. There's so many options. You can literally teach anything that you think students would love to learn. So, to give you some ideas, you could do art, music, writing, public speaking, life skills. There's tons of options for you. I would suggest browsing Outschool's website a little bit because I've seen tons of super interesting class ideas. Like, even people are doing ones that are themed for certain television shows or certain movies where kids get together and chat about what they saw or what they read. There's just so many great ideas and things that you could teach on Outschool. It's really, truly an unlimited amount of ideas. So get thinking and try to find something you're really into, and it'll show through to your students. So the next thing I wanted to mention is the fact that the platform is super organized, super interactive. It allows for there to be lots of communication, whether it be with parents, with the learners themselves, or right on the classroom. So Outschool gives you access to a classroom with every single class that you list. So you can post on there, you can post documents, you can post pictures, whatever you want your students to see either before or after class, you can post right there on the classroom. It's pretty amazing. And also you can easily arrange your schedule. So I show here my month schedule. You can view it week by week, you can view it day by day, you can view the entire month. You can easily add classes and remove them, which is something I really like. You don't have to message Outschool every time you want to add a section of your class or delete a section. You simply just go to the sections page and you can manage them that way. So it's super quick and super convenient. And I also really love the email updates that Outschool sends. So every time you get a new learner, Outschool will email you. Anytime that a parent messages you, Outschool will email you. It just helps kind of stay on track because if you don't log on to Outschool for a couple of days, you might miss a lot of important messages from parents or things about your classes that are going on. So that's really one thing I really appreciate from Outschool. They email you all the time. You can also adjust your settings if you don't want certain emails, but it can be a great way to stay on top of everything and make sure that you are on track and in the loop. The other thing I wanted to share is that you get to set your own rate. So some people about know this about Outschool, but some people don't. They're surprised to hear that you get to set your own charge. So if you want to charge $10 per student, you can do that. If you want to charge 12 or 13, there's so much room for flexibility. And you do get to charge per student. So you can charge a flat rate for each student, and then the more students you get in each class, this means you will be making more for that same class that you would have been teaching even if you only had one student. So I really like that kind of excitement as you get more and more students. You kind of fill up your classes. It's really motivating. So I like that aspect a lot. And you can change your prices anytime. So when you first get your class listed, if you had it set to one price, you can always change that later if you decide that you had it a little bit too high or a little bit too low. You can change it whenever you want. So that's really amazing too. That Outschool gives you that freedom to kind of make those adjustments as you go along. The last thing that I wanted to share with you, of course, are the students. So for me, my favorite part is getting to know students, building those relationships with students, finding out little things about them. I just really enjoy being able to teach so many different students on Outschool. And in my experience, they've been amazing. They've been kind, they've been polite, they seem to be excited when they come to class, which I've definitely taught for companies where you kind of get the feeling that the students don't really want to be there. And of course, you still try your best to make it engaging and exciting for them, but when they enter the class kind of already in a negative mood, or they're maybe not even on camera, or they're not really participating right from the beginning, it can definitely be challenging. But with my experience so far on Outschool, all of my students have been willing to learn, willing to try, just really excited to be there. And I think a part of that must be is because a lot of these students have a bit of a say in what classes they want to enroll in. So some parents will give their learners some options, and they get to choose and pick what classes they want to sign up for. So I think that makes a big difference when the student knows about the class, and maybe they've looked at the class and they know that they're really excited to be there. So that's definitely an awesome part for me about Outschool. So, if you have any other questions about Outschool or teaching in general, I would love to hear. Drop a comment down below and I will get back to you super, super, super soon. I'm always watching for my comments to see who needs help and what kind of suggestions I can give to you. So, if you'd love to apply, there's also going to be an application link, and I'm always around to help get your application sorted, review your written process if you need it. Just anything I can do to help, let me know. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you soon.